What is the origin of the week? The 7-day week existed as an archaeological account from the Mesopotamian peoples, and they had the seventh day sacred. We also have that the Hebrews had their days counted in 7 days, with the last sacred day. But why these days are in 7, if man naturally uses the decimal system? One idea is to use the lunar system. But the lunar system comprises 29 days and 5 hours, we would have 4 weeks and 1 day and 5 hours. And why not 2 weeks of 15 days? We would only have to adjust 5 hours, not 1 day and 5 hours, and more would fall on the full moon and the new moon. But in the use of 7 days, it is not logical to say that the week has to do with the moon. The moon serves to measure the months and years, and every 2 years would have to have an extra month. But for weeks the moon has no function. The week has to be counted from one day after the other. Looking at the moon would reach periods you would not know what day of the week it would be. For example, let's say that at the center of the crescent moon is 7 days. But in reality the center point of the crescent moon is 29 days and 5 hours divided by 4, that's 7 days and 7 hours and 15 minutes. But in the second week we have 14 days and 14 hours and 30 minutes. In other words, in the second week we are not on the full moon. The fullest moon would not be on the 14th, but on the 15th. And now the problem starts. The middle of the waning moon would be 21 days, 21 hours and 45 minutes. In other words, the middle of the waning moon would appear on day 22 and not on day 21. And the new moon would be in 29 days and 5 hours. The new moon would not appear in the 4 week, but a day after the 4 week. Soon the week of 7 days could not have appeared because of the lunar cycle. There is no logical reason why we should have a week of 7 days. What we have is that without a logic of origin, there is a link of importance to the number 7 in Semitic cultures. And by doing an archaeological analysis we have that the number 7 is linked to the history of creation by the Semitic peoples. But why does creation have the number 7? Again, there is no logic that a man has developed the number 7. What remains is that this number actually came from other systems. According to Hebrew culture, the 7 days are the days of creation, similar to the Babylonian. But who copied whom? A brief reading of the Hebrew text, and of the Babylonian text, determines that the most realistic is the Hebrew. What we have the following concept: that the two histories have a common origin, but the Babylonian one was extremely molded due to the mysticism. Thus we have a deity who created the earth and separated the 7th day as sacred, and all cultures that retained that history had the 7th day as sacred.